Good Monday, I'm Kat Hickey, and this is Monday Morning Jolt. Let's get started.
Good morning, I'm Shirona. Today we have Jim Gabbard, and he is an exceptionally talented person in our local community. A lot of the times, people here in Fort Wayne and around, they try to go elsewhere looking for art, photography, and stuff like that. When we have people like Jim who are very talented, and he's surrounded by a bunch of other talented people. And Jim, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Okay. Well, I own a photography studio with my business partner, Tanya Myers. We own Henry's Photo and Alley Mae Photography. We're located out in the St. Joe area next to the Marketplace of Canterbury. And we do a variety of things, primarily weddings and portraits for clients. But we also do a lot of fine art portraiture, fine art work that we offer to clients who might want to purchase it to hang on their walls. That's the bulk of what I do. I also teach photography out at IPFW in their degree program, but primarily the fine art, portrait, and wedding aspect of photography.
Jim, since this is Monday Morning Jolt, we like to talk about why you think Mondays are great.
Okay. All right. Well, for me, and since we're a wedding photography studio, Saturdays are often quite busy for us, and so we actually close our studio on Mondays. So for me, Mondays might be a little bit different than the normal person that has Saturday and Sunday off, and they go off Mondays and they have to jumpstart their day. Me, I get a little bit of a break. I still have to get the kids up, get them ready for school, but I actually can relax on Mondays, and I use Mondays to get all the stuff done that I might not have gotten done on Saturday. So for me, Monday is a little bit quieter, but still very busy, and I usually end up stopping by the studio and checking messages and all that. But typical, we'll start with breakfast for the kids. I do breakfast for the kids, and use a coffee and read the paper, and then I at least don't have to be somewhere at a certain time on Monday. So that's what I like about Mondays, is I don't have a strict schedule that day.
So since you have sort of a free-form Monday, is there a special thing you do to sort of jumpstart the day?
Well, I like to, you know what I really enjoy doing? I used to never like just walking. And then we got a dog for the pound. We went to the rescue the pound and got a dog. And that's how I start my days. And I really love, we go over to Krieger Park usually, and we do about a 45-minute walk with the dog, and I let her run around and get in the water and get in the trees and stuff like that. And I just really enjoy watching the dog walk. It's just very relaxing, and we end up meeting people out there. There's a couple people that bring their hunting dogs out there, and we let all the dogs run together and have a great time.
That's awesome.
So that's how my mornings start, yeah.
What advice, I mean, I know you have been in business for some time now. What advice can you give to individuals and businesses? I mean, what kind of advice to make them better?
Well, a couple things. I'll go from the photographic end of it, or because there's a lot of photographers out there that start up new and they decide that they're going to be photographers because the cameras are so good they can get a good photo. So they decide to get into the business, and then they realize, wow, understand the business, learn business aspects, learn marketing, learn sales, understand how you price, understand cost, understand how to do a business.
That's something you and I talked about.
We talked about it, yes.
Which is like sometimes people don't factor in. Tell us that story, that one lady.
Yeah, I had a woman telling me her prices seemed awfully low to me. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't understand how she could be offering this service at such a low price. And I said, well, how do you factor in the cost of all your equipment? And she looked at me and said, well, what do you mean? And I said, well, you have to purchase your cameras and your computers, and my husband buys all that for me. I don't have to pay for it. Well, that's not how you run a business. You know about running a business. If Walmart buys a new truck for their fleet, well, you and I pay for that out of their profits. They don't ignore the fact that they had to pay $100,000 for a new truck. But this photographer that I was talking to didn't understand the fact that camera actually was a part of doing business, and it cost of doing business. So while she thought she was doing real well financially, well, it's one thing if she's drawing money from one account, using it to pay for another, and not caring what came out of that other account. So some of the things that I run into, practices with new photographers starting up.
So Jim, do you have an adage or a philosophy by which you live your life?
You know what, I think, I don't have any deep philosophical things that I think. I think if you always try to do the right thing and treat others the way, I think if you do that all the time, you're fine. I think if you just do the right thing and treat others the way they should be treated or you'd want to be treated, I think you're fine.
And it's time for our fun question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Okay, probably a little different than most with it. I'm not going to ask for superhuman strength, but I'd love to be super intelligent. You know, I've always admired those people that could remember facts and figures, and they understood quantum physics. You know, I can't even do the algebra with the trains. You know, I can't understand. You know, the two trains come at each other. What are they? I don't know it. So I would probably like that. I know it's not a typical superpower, but that's what I would like.
I was thinking photographic memory.
Yeah, that might be good. Yeah.
So tell us something that people who know you well might be surprised to discover about you.
You know, nothing unusual or wild or anything, but my dad was stationed in the Navy, and he proposed to my mom, and they got married, and he got stationed overseas, and I was actually born in Spain.
Wow.
And I don't even know, Tanya, my business partner, knows that. I don't know how many people know that. It's not something I keep a secret. You know, it's not a secret. It just doesn't come up in normal conversation. So nothing hidden, no deep heart secrets or anything like that. Just, you know, I was not born in the United States.
So, do you speak Spanish?
Not at all.
No.
I did take it. You know, I did take it in high school and all that, but you know, not at all. Yeah. And we left there by the time I was 1.5, 2 years old. Yeah. He got, you know, his tour of duty was ended. He was in the Navy.
So, how do people get hold of you? I mean, your website address, your phone number?
www.henrysphoto.com. It's HENRIS photo.com. And all the information is on the site. Our phone number is 485-1618 with a 260. And
so we would like to thank Jim for coming and joining us today.
thank you for having me.
And we would like to thank the audience for listening. This is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.